Episode 11. If you break one, you break them all. You can't claim to love God and break His law at the same time. There's a lie many Christians have swallowed, that you can break one commandment, especially the Sabbath, and still be right with God. But God's word destroys that deception. For whosoever shall keep the whole law and yet offend in one point, he is guilty of all. James 2:10. God's law is not a buffet where you pick and choose. It's a unit, a complete covenant. Break one, and you've broken the covenant. You wouldn't say, well, I don't steal or kill or commit adultery. I just worship false gods. Then how can anyone say, I keep the commandments, except the Sabbath? James calls it the law of liberty. So speak ye, and so do, as they that shall be judged by the law of liberty. James 2:12. The 10 Commandments are not bondage, they are freedom. They protect your relationship with God and others. They are God's standard of judgment in the last days, which means you won't be judged by tradition. You'll be judged by God's law. 7 truth-splitting questions that can't be dodged. If breaking one commandment makes you guilty of all, why do most Christians break the 4th and feel innocent? Would you feel righteous if you broke any other commandment, like murder or adultery? Why is the Sabbath the only commandment people call legalistic when it's written in the same law? If Jesus kept all 10, why do his followers claim 9 is enough? Why would God judge us by a law that is supposedly done away with? If love fulfills the law, Romans 13:10, doesn't that include the Sabbath, which is about loving God with your time? Can you truly love Jesus and willfully break a commandment he wrote? Partial obedience is still disobedience. Imagine standing before God and saying, I didn't bow to idols. I didn't commit adultery. I didn't lie or steal. But I refuse to rest on the day you blessed. Would that make sense? Would that be obedience or open rebellion? He that saith, I know him, and keepeth not his commandments is a liar, and the truth is not in him. 1 John 2:4. God is not looking for partial Christians. He is calling for full surrender, full faith, full obedience. The Sabbath is a test of love and loyalty. If ye love me, keep my commandments. John 14:15. It's not about salvation by works. It's about proving that your faith is real. Real love obeys. Real faith acts. Real disciples don't cut corners on God's commandments. When you reject the Sabbath, you're not just breaking a law, you're breaking God's heart. Because it's the one command that says, remember me as your Creator. Final thought. You can't hold the law in one hand and tear out the Sabbath with the other. The same finger that wrote, thou shalt not kill, also wrote, remember the Sabbath day. They came from the same mouth, the same throne, the same God. So here's the truth no one wants to admit. If you break one, you break them all. And if you continue in willful disobedience, are you really a follower of Christ? Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. Ecclesiastes 12:13.